Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to FlipSid versus Dignitas, a game I'm really looking forward to. This is going to be the third map. As you guys can see at the top of your screens, it is 1-1. Pimp has committed suicide. He's on the wrong team. Hashtag pray for Pimp. But yeah, in general, we saw one hell of a game on Inferno, and then quite a one-sided game, it has to be said, on Overpass. Dignitas, it was their map pick, and they won the knife and started on the CT side. So it's always going to be a very rough and bumpy road for FlipSid to try and climb. And here we are, map number 3, Mirage. I honestly feel like this could go either way. In general, though, I feel like FlipSid starting on the CT... Well, sorry, the knife, they're not going to start on the CT side just yet. But if FlipSid do manage to start on the CT side, and World Edit just, there we go, starts to go ham with the AWP, regardless of whether he's holding window room or holding the A-bomb site, or maybe changing things around towards the back of the B-bomb site, because FlipSid are one of those teams where on the CT side they're constantly changing things around to keep their opponents guessing, then I honestly think World Edit could be a massive player for FlipSid in this game. And if FlipSid manage to get, for me at least, 11 or more rounds, then even if Dignitas do end up winning the second half pistol, that was a pretty impressive shot from Bodnik actually, yeah, even if they do end up winning it, then I still feel like it's going to be maybe one step too far for Dignitas. But again, you know, historically, this is a map that Dignitas are quite solid on, especially when they had Nico before they traded him out for Schneider. So I've not actually seen this new Team Dignitas lineup play on Mirage. I'm not sure whether they have Pimp AWPing on it now, whether they opt to play with a double AWP setup with both Pimp and Schneider, for example, utilizing the sniper rifle. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see. But in general, for me, I think FlipSid are going to take this one. I predicted FlipSid to take Inferno. I predicted 16-12. That's exactly how it finished. Predicted Dignitas to take Overpass. Again, that's exactly how it finished. But my gut feeling's been pretty solid so far today, so I reckon this is going to go to FlipSid on Mirage. But again, anything can happen. But FlipSid starting on the counter-terrorist side will, in theory, make their life slightly easier. Mentally, at least, if not physically. The main problem on a map like Mirage is when you're on that CT side, you're expected to go into the second half with 9 or 10 rounds. So if you end up winning your terrorist pistol, before you know it, the game might almost be over when you're on 13 odd, when your opponents rather are on 13 odd rounds. So it can be a difficult one, and that's why, you know, it does favour you sometimes to start on the CT side on these very CT sided maps. But here we go. We're going to go live. It looks like Team Dignitas are wasting no time, putting 4 men in Palace, looking to take over this A-bomb site in Royalty, it seems. But Blade's in a great position to catch them out. But no, MSL finds the first kill. Headshot straight onto Bondik. And Blade needs to make sure he does not go aggressive before the reinforcements come in. Blade gets one, but he's running out of ammo. World Edit is going to join in on the action as well. Meanwhile, Markelov gets the 1 USP onto the face of the ex-Fnatic man in Schneider. But that bomb is ticking. Davkost is going to fight on with World Edit, his right-hand man. But AZ using those boxes to hide. May very well catch the head of World Edit. And can he catch off Markelov as well? It's a 2 versus 1. And Markelov will have his face ripped off. Pistol round will go to the terrorists. Will go to Team Dignitas. And it's such a crucial round as well. Such a crucial round when you are on that less favoured terrorist side on a map like Mirage. You're only really expected to go into the second half with around 5 rounds. If you can win that pistol, if you can capitalise on the next 2 rounds, perfect. You've almost completed half your job if you go into the all-important first gun round with 3 rounds on the board. So much easier on the terrorist side of Mirage as well to win those pistol rounds, as opposed to once the CTs have weapons. Even when you've got AKs of your own, it's so difficult just simply because of how the map is laid out. But in general, Bondic will get surely what will only be a consolation. Pimp will spray down Davkost from a distance. And Schneider will also nail Markelov in the head. And that will leave things at 2-0. So Dignitas, 2 Mac Daddies and an MP9. No, MP7, sorry, for AZ. So they should be able to pretty much decimate these unarmored counter-terrorists. And they will do. Davkost all alone now. With only a USPS, and he too will hit the floor. 3-0, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Or easy peasy lemon squeezy. In this case. And finally, flip side of something to smile about, but they need to take advantage now. M4's in hand. Let's see what damage they can do. They don't have that all-important AWP to try and control mid just yet. Mid control is so crucial on a map like Mirage. If you take control of mid when you're on the CT side, it pretty much cancels out the potential ability to hit the B bomb site through short. It cancels out a potential boost straight into window room. It cancels out getting the connector control. But here we go. They're all going to line up for Davkost, but he cannot capitalize. He only gets 1 kill. And now Worlded is going to try and repel the Dignitas players too. He is going to catch off MSL, and they're not going to be able to get the plant down. Worlded gets a double. This is fantastic play from the rotator coming in. And Markelov will catch off Pimp as well. So important that FlipSid can early on, nice and quickly, get this first gun round on the board. AZ gets the headshot onto Bondic, but it's so important that they don't push him 1 by 1. This is starting to get worrying now for FlipSid. Just be patient, wait, and hide, because the call should have come in that the bomb was dropped on top of the bomb site when MCL was caught off trying to plant the bomb. All they have to do is hide, play it patient, wait for AZ to forcefully pick up that bomb, and the second they start hearing him mash those buttons, that's when they know it's going to be the right time to pounce. And there we have it. Markelov is going to nail him in the face, and he does catch it out in the end. FlipSid, early on, getting that first round on the board, and most importantly, applying pressure to the Dignitas economy that they've had the ability and time to build. See Pimp already on $8,000. Ever since they dropped Nico, Pimp has been sort of the main player that's been picking up the AWP alongside Schneider for Dignitas. But I'd be very surprised if we do actually see Dignitas opt to go for an AWP on the terrorist side. But here we go. FlipSid surviving with 2 men in the last round. So the deaths that, of course, they endured, what am I saying? That they endured thanks to AZ. Does mean that 3 out of 5 players are being forced up to rebuy, which is why, for example, we see Davkost on a FAMAS. Meanwhile, Bondic, what's Bondic gone for? I assume, no, yeah, he's FAMAS on the floor. I take it. Yeah, there we go. So Bondic will too have a FAMAS, and all we can really do now is just wait for this pause to end. I don't believe it's a DDoS. All the pings look fine, and MSL wants to unpause, so there we have it. Big shout out to Go Champions League. $50,000 on the line, and bear in mind, guys, whoever ends up winning this game, it's a GSL group format. This is essentially the decider for one of the groups. Whoever wins this will pretty much book themselves a place in the knockout stages, which I believe are, if not next week, the week after. So massive 50k prize pool, amazing stuff from Go Champions League, and again, none of it would be possible if it wasn't for them, or G2A.com, eGaming Bets, Twitch, or SteelSeries. Map number 1 was Inferno, that was FlipSid's pick, which they won. Map number 2 was Overpass, which was Dignitas' pick, which they won. And this is map number 3. This is the decider. Obviously, no one picks the third map. It just basically comes down to whatever's left. But talking about whatever's left, no defense is left on the B bomb site. MSL will start planting the bomb, and Dignitas have had more than enough time to get some nice solid after-plant positions. Markelov is lurking at may catch off Schneider, but no, just not enough damage dealt by Markelov. Schneider lives to fight another day on 1 HP. Pimp will demolish Blade 2 as he looks in to get his second frag, and there it is. And World Edit now in a 1 versus 4. He'd do well to even hang on to this M4, let alone get the odd exit frag or 2. And not much he can really do in this situation. Dignitas quickly after FlipSid. It looked like they were getting back into the game. Their economy is reset yet again, and they're completely broke on the CT side. I anticipated FlipSid to win this one, especially with them starting on the CT side, but Dignitas, you know, take nothing away from them. We mentioned it earlier as well. They are a solid Dignitas team, solid Mirage team, and they're showing us Pimp has actually opted to go for the AWP. I predicted if anyone was going to be the AWP for Dignitas, it was going to be him. But I didn't actually expect to see it come out, especially considering they should know that FlipSid's economy is going to be broken. You don't want to end up spending it up against these pistols and end up losing it. But in general, it does seem like they're going to be able to mow down all the FlipSid defenders. And Markelov stuck all by himself in the window room, and Schneider should be able to kill him. And there it is. Easy peasy for Team Dignitas. And they've already hit that all-important 5th round. FlipSid being forced into the double eco. The pistols coming out, but Pimp had his back turned towards it, more than ready to get that AWP kill. In the palace area, MSL will take out World Edit. Blade will kill him, but it's not going to make that much of a difference as both AZ and Schneider trying to get kills of their own, and Blade's not going to be allowed to get away with that AK-47. So this is FlipSid's chance to make a difference now. World Edit has opted to go for the AWP. So it's going to be really interesting to see where he opts to take it. Is he going to go straight into window room, try to find a nice early frag from there at mid? Does look like that's exactly where he's going, but unfortunately for him, he is going to get flashed out. Talking about World Edit, he's predicted that MSL, or that at least someone from the Dignitas lineup is going to be maybe trying to strafe out of the side of them boxes, but Dignitas are nading him down, which is why he's been put down 69 HP, and they've put down a heck of a load of smokes towards him as well, so he's now no longer able to be effective from the window room, and that will allow Dignitas to make their way onto short, make their way towards Delpan, make their way towards mid, to try and take control. But Markelov and World Edit both chiming in to get a kill apiece, and this is more like the CT defense we're used to seeing from FlipSid. AZ and Schneider looking to boost each other. It is going to be easy to get the boost, as he'll try and pick off World Edit. All eyes on jungle as well, just in case someone shows up. And there it is, and suddenly this is looking more doable for Team Dignitas. AZ spots a glimpse of Markelov on short, but before they head over towards the A-bomb site, they need to try and pick up the bomb, which has been lost and dropped. Unless, of course, they can somehow miraculously take out 4 counter-terrorists. Let's see what AZ can do. The ex-TSM man. Can't do much. Markelov gets the second round for FlipSid. And before anyone moans about it, apologies about the GoTV lag. It's actually as a result of the GoTV. There's nothing on our end. It should resolve itself as soon as possible, maybe. Yeah, it seems to resolve itself now that the round finished. But yeah, FlipSid still a very, very long way to try and get back into things. But all they can do, realistically, at this point is just take every round as it comes. Forget what's happened in the past and just try and focus on at least going into the second half with a 9-6 lead and then try and win your CT pistol. Looking good so far. Dignitas tried to push that A-bomb site. Second, Markelov lands a headshot onto Schneider as well. That should pretty much be all she wrote for this round. Pimp in a very, very difficult situation. and now finds himself in an even tougher situation, but he blows a blade and manages to find the AWP kill onto Markelov. And if he can maybe, just maybe, turn this 2 versus 1 into a 1 versus 1, then God knows whether it's doable. Pimp has expected exactly where Bond is going to be hiding with the Tech 9, but Davkos comes in. And what a clutch it would have been from Pimp. But it just did not happen in the end. (6-3), FlipSid just about managed to win that round, a round which they should have comfortably won, considering it was a 4 versus 2 in their favour. But they still can, despite the losses in that last round. By up, we could see NSL actually boost Pimp here, just on top of his shoulders, so he can just peek over the barrel and try and catch out World Edit. He's the main AWP before the CT side. The second you find that pick, not only does it give you the mid control, but of course it gives you that numerical advantage too. So far, 1 person holding mid, 2 players slap bang on top of the A bomb site, and 2 players in B. That's the defense that FlipSid have opted to hold. The second player in B being Markelov. Most of the time is watching short. Markelov finds a kill onto Pimp, so that's the AWP. Down and out for Dignitas. But AZ's going to lead the charge, and he's going to find Blade, who's completely asleep. But World Edit now, he's expecting to push straight towards the safe bomb site. So close to getting 3, but it's not meant to be. 2 versus 2. And now Dignitas will scally their way towards this bomb site. Kirby has somehow managed to boost himself over the steps, and he will catch out Markelov. And now Davkos with a massive job on his hands, and Schneider will not allow him to complete that job. The best FlipSid can hope for now is 8-7. And Dignitas, 7 rounds here on the terrorist side of Mirage. Amazing stuff. Not really every day that, oh God, you see a team manage 7 rounds on the T side of Mirage. And like I said, you know, one of the reasons why they've gone in so many rounds is because they won the pistol, they won the first 3, they built up an economy. And it just made their life that much easier. You can't help but feel sorry for FlipSid at this point. They're not necessarily doing too much fundamentally wrong. So maybe one would suggest they should try and sort of stack a bomb site. But up against these AK-47s and a Dignitas team that are incredibly warmed up, especially after losing on Inferno. Doesn't seem like it. Let's bear in mind that Dignitas also beat Navi yesterday. On, I believe the map was Inferno, 22-19. So, you know, a score like that up against a team of Navi's caliber really is starting to show us in general. And we look at Dignitas' recent results too. They've pretty much thrashed SK to prove they are that top-notch Danish team in CS at the moment behind TSM. They beat Hellraisers recently. They beat Mouse Sports recently, which isn't an easy feat. So ever since they brought in Schneider to the mix, they really have stepped up their game. But look at that. The pop flash coming straight in, but Bondit can't capitalize and find any kills. FlipSid, no armor on them. So again, it's going to be the same old story, it seems. Dignitas sticking together as a unit, making sure that they don't lose any of these AK-47s and so forth. Because even though the FlipSid players don't have armor, the second you give one of them an AK-47 to play around with, despite no armor, it's a one-shot headshot weapon. You know, it could make such a significant difference. But in general, one can't help but think the Dignitas have pretty much confirmed that this is their map to lose. 9 rounds on the terrorist side of Mirage isn't something to be sniffed at. So it's gonna, unless FlipSid basically can mount the same terrorist side that Dignitas have done so far up to this point, then FlipSid aren't going to be winning this map. Blade really should have gotten the kill onto MSL, and it's just small individual errors that have really sort of come back to haunt FlipSid. Bomb will get planted. None of the FlipSid players are going to push through that smoke. World Edit, fair play to him though. manages to get the AWP kill and suddenly turns things into a 3-on-3. MSL looking to play things up close and personal. Now finally falling back towards the dark spot. But all Dignitas have to do is just wait for the FlipSid soldiers to march in, and there's no way that FlipSid can actually defuse this bomb despite the smoke because of MSL's positioning. Anticipating someone to be coming in from CT spawn. MSL gets 2, cannot make it 3, but it's going to be Kirby on the flank to say see you later and bid farewell to Markelov. What a terrorist side coming out from Team Dignitas today. And FlipSid, you just have to feel sorry for them every time they can mount a buy. You know, regardless of the round loss bonus that they've got, they lose that buy and find themselves stuck on pistols again. Kirby, he's learned from the past few rounds that FlipSid like to go a little bit aggressive into Palace, so he's playing it passive, but it's not going to make that much of a difference. But hello, World Eddy gets 2, Bondi gets 1 as well. And now, MSL and Schneider have it all to do. The question is, can they do it? Can they pull it out the bag? Bondic has rotated over to CT spawn, and World Edit has been spotted by MSL. He's holding this angle, World Edit. But Schneider will come round and find the kill, and it seems like the Dignitas duo may salvage things, or not. Bondic gets the kill, and meanwhile MSL, knowing that Bondic is over towards jungle, it's a logical thing to go and plant over towards B. Bomb has been planted, Bondic has read this game perfectly, and now it's a case of where's MSL going to go? How's he going to play this? If Bondic comes from short, which he will, MSL, his body's going to be completely out in the open. It's just a case of who spots who first. He has actually repositioned himself in towards kitchen. So Bondic, he's taken the gamble, but he has no defuse kit. So MSL hears the defuse coming in, but he's not going to manage to get it. And oh no! Bondic is no longer going to hold on to the defuse, and MSL will take off his face. 11-3. It makes you wonder, maybe, just maybe, if FlipSid, if Bondic rather, had had a defuse kit there and held on to things, whether he'd have been able, at the angle he was at, to actually defuse the bomb. It's just everything that could have possibly gone wrong this half for FlipSid has pretty much gone wrong. We saw World Edit work his magic and pull off some pretty impossible stuff on Inferno when he was getting those 1Ds up mid, but he's really failed to repeat that form. And look at this, AZ sneaking his way through connector and getting a kill like that. I'm sorry, but FlipSid, you cannot afford to make mistakes like that, and they're really being made to pay the price. Blade will put that Molotov down towards a bomb site to try and hold off the plant from coming in, give his teammates time to rotate round. But Blade, oh no! If he'd pulled the trigger literally a second earlier, he would have prevented the bomb from actually going down. But it has been planted, and AZ, I think, here's Markelov in CT spawn. So AZ with a chance to make this a 2 versus 2. And now a 2 versus 1, and it's all pressure on Bondic, and nothing has gone right for FlipSid this half. What a half, on the other hand, for Team Dignitas. Amazing play from these guys. Like I said, they lost the first map, but if they do end up winning this, and it's very difficult to see them letting this one slip, what a comeback it will be from them. 1-0 down, bringing things back 2-1 in their favour, and booking themselves a place in the Go Champions League second season knockout stages. If Dignitas win this pistol round and make it 3 in a row, then they will be on match point, and that could be all she wrote. If FlipSid win this pistol, they could maybe make things 12-6, you'd expect them to. And then if they can win the all-important first gun round, then God knows what might happen after that point. But still, a very, very tough task on their hands. MSL's going to go aggressive straight towards a B bomb site. AZ going to go aggressive towards connector. He's going to manage to spot Blade and will manage to rip off his face. Schneider as well chiming in onto Markelov, whilst Bondi gets one of his own, and suddenly it's all kicking off over towards the B bomb site. Kirby will prevent the bomb from going down, and Dignitas will win yet another round. 13-3. Can Can they make it 15-3 from this point onwards? The M4s are out in full fashion. And FlipSid, some of these players will go for armor P250. Can you blame him? Not really, but it makes you wonder how much damage can they really deal up against these FAMASs, these M4s and submachine guns. Pimp already wants to assert his dominance, but he's not going to be able to. Oh my god, Markelov with a double before getting traded by the same man he killed. His nade blows him to smithereens, and FlipSid here with a chance to win this round, and it's all pressure on the Dignitas youngster in Kirby to try and save the day. Very aggressive towards short. He's been put down to 11 points of health, but this man does not care. He's going to continuously go for things. Or is he? Is he deciding to fall back? Yeah, he's decided to fall back. Probably the right decision there. But Markelov, that was all down to him on short. Really well played. And definitely rolled back the years there. FlipSid not giving up just yet. Dignitas getting pretty much ecoed. And Bondic, if he'd gone into spawn, he could have caught out Kirby. It didn't happen in the end. And Dignitas, interestingly enough, the players are going to actually buy around Kirby's M4. So Kirby's going to have a lot of utility. And everyone other than Pimp as well going for armor. MSL, the only man without a helmet. It makes you wonder whether AZ and Schneider could have maybe opted to go for nades, defensive smokes, or Molotovs instead of that extra bit of the helmet. I'm not quite sure if they've had enough money for a Molotov, but here we go. Let's see what damage they can do. MSL finds a CZ kill onto Blade, but the rest of the FlipSid players are galloping straight towards this bomb site. They know exactly where Pimp is with that scout as well. The M4 of Kirby's been picked up by one of these FlipSid players as well, and Schneider, if he can just wait outside this A bomb site and maybe pick up an AK or just force one of these FlipSid players to die at least, to have to reforce up an AK-47 come the next round, then it'll be a decent return for him at this point. He's actually going to be hiding in Palace, but no one's going to be coming his way. They're all actually running straight through CT spawn, so unfortunate for Schneider, but he will at least be able to hold on to that 5.7 and of course the armor that he's invested in, $1,000 on both that armor and helmet, so nothing to really be sniffed at. And because Team Dignitas forced things up in the last round, they are obviously gonna have to pretty much full eco this bar what Schneider saved from the last round. So here we go. Dignitas 2 rounds away from taking us a match point and 3 away from winning. But FlipSid, so far so good. FlipSid players will catch a glimpse of Kirby over towards the A bomb site, but Bondic is quick to chime in with a kill of his own. Markelov will get his second of the round, and there we have it. Pretty much a confirmed FlipSid round. Not much we could really expect Dignitas to do there, and I still stand by the fact that unless you believe in miracles, I'm not sure FlipSid have enough diesel in the tank to still mount the comeback. I think it would be nice to see them maybe enter double digits, but with Dignitas on the CT side, it's going to be very, very difficult. There we go, nade towards top of mid. Dealing damage straight onto World Edit, who is the opener, the opener? The AWPer for FlipSid. Just getting ready to sort of peek the connector or peek the window room, see if he can get an opening kill for the terrorist side. There we go. Pimp has actually been dinged straight through that wooden part of the wall. So that's a nice bit of damage dealt by Blade, I think it was. Kirby is a very nice angle from him up in Palace as well. But unfortunately, FlipSid are actually going towards a B-bomb site. Or are they? Maybe not anymore as Blade finds a kill. Straight onto AZ. Schneider, though, is going to find 2 straight off short as he mows down 2 FlipSid players. Blade will avenge the death of his 2 teammates, but at 3 versus 3. I still can't help but favour FlipSid. They've got Bondic, who's waiting outside the A-bomb site with a lot of flashes, so we could maybe see him try and fake an A-take. But no, it's going to be Markelov to fall back from B. And they're going to go together towards the A-bomb site, which could work out really well. If they can just try and get rid of Pimp. If Markelov can get Pimp in connector here, Kirby's going to be in a terrible position to walk onto the A-bomb site. Blade and Bondic have literally walked onto the A-bomb site, but they've got to be careful because there is a wild Kirby getting ready to appear from a ramp, and Pimp as well getting kills of his own. Headshot onto Markelov, and now this is Kirby's time to shine to try and put FlipSid down to sleep. 1 HP on Blade, make that no HP. Defuse will be confirmed. And very, very good retake coming out from Team Dignitas. None of them overcommitted. And of course, Pimp getting that frag onto Markelov through connector was really a massive deal for me. And Dignitas will finally get 14 rounds. If Markelov had maybe gotten that frag onto Pimp in connector, he could have then taken a position in connector, hold off anyone coming from jungle, anyone coming from CT spawn, even Kirby coming from A ramp. Essentially, the guys on the A bomb site wouldn't have left themselves exposed to A ramp if they didn't sort of push this way to try and take on Pimp here. So, you know, so many different ways that round could have gone. So World Edit doing what I said he tried to do in the last round, but oh my god, I think he was just moving a little bit too much to actually pull off that shot in the end. He's going to take the gamble by spraying towards the top of mid, but World Edit will put him to sleep. So that's a really nice start for FlipSid. We just need to wait and see whether they can actually continuously work the magic that they have done so far. Dignitas still aren't on match point yet, so never say never. MSL finds Markelov. Bondic returns on to Kirby, and it's a man advantage to FlipSid unless Schneider can kill World Edit. That's the AWP down onto the floor as well, and Dignitas have taken full mid control, and that's going to allow them now to get information that no one's at mid. So it pretty much tells them, guys, they're either preparing for a set piece outside of A or a set piece outside of B, and as we can see, Bondic is rotating over to B, and it's going to be MSL with a huge task to try and complete. He should be able to see the T's just as they come out of the smoke before he sees them, but he cannot get that second frag. Davkost opens things up and starts to plant the bomb. Let's see whose round this is going to be. Pimp will be able to call to his teammate that someone has made their way towards the bench. Davkost hits the ground, and now both Schneider and Pimp should be able to surround the last remaining man in Bondic and steal match point by defusing the bomb, which they do. So again, a very nice retake coming out from Team Dignitas. Apologies about that, guys. You gotta love our GoTVs here. GoTVs, please. Happened yesterday as well. And most of the time when that happens, it pretty much means it's GG well played. So, let me quickly just fire up the GoTV again. This happened yesterday as well. Hopefully we'll catch the final round of the game. And we're in, just about. Okay, final round. So, World Edit finds himself all alone. There's a flash coming out from MSL. Just take a peek towards a B bomb site. World Edit is going to find him though. It's a 2 versus 1 suddenly, and they will finish off World Edit in the end. So apologies about that hiccup towards the end, guys. Dignitas have won it 16-6, and we're actually not done for tonight. We're going to be back with Team Infused versus XPC Gaming. So if you want to watch that one, guys, show the UK scene some love with Team Infused. Don't go anywhere. In the meantime, I'll leave you guys with a little bit of music, and hopefully see some of the same names in the chat once I'm casting the Infused game.